Man, some of this corn is really taking off. We've had 90-degree temps these last couple days and it's shooting up. Okay, well, here is a problem that I had on my farm. So you guys might see, we have beans in here, like nice beans. Emergence is not great in spots, but they're coming. We really need a rain, guys. I mean, I literally had a storm miss this farm, this specific location, by less than a half mile. A really good cell that would have dumped probably a couple tenths, and it just missed us. So that sucks. It is what it is, though. But either way, I have beans that are struggling to emerge. We have a pretty hard crust, and see how that guy just starting to poke out. Same with that guy. But a lot of times beans aren't able to poke out, like right here. I bet there's a bean coming through there, but it just can't because it's crusted. But it will be okay. The biggest thing I need is I need a final stand of 80,000 beans. We planted to double that. We planted 155,000. So that way we could actually plan for issues potentially that would be having, like stand issues. So I think we're okay. I'm gonna do a couple stand counts, but just looking around, I mean, I can row these beans pretty good. We're doing all right. Now, unfortunately, the problem that I have on my farm is I had a massive wet spot. So we'll go ahead and actually jump back to previous Ron. Well, I found a problem with my farm. We have not had an inch of rain. We haven't had any rain in 3 weeks. It is bone dry out, yet this is sitting wet. There's standing water here. Yeah, I gotta get that fixed. We're not gonna have any beans here. I've already given up on that, but basically I have a tile that runs through this waterway. Runs down, and outlet's there. It's gotta be plugged somewhere. So, because it's wet there too. Oh, that's fun. Glad I stopped, because I gotta get a hold of our contractor, have him come in here with his backhoe, dig that up. Well, I see water moving, so that's good. Water was not moving before. This is a drainage tile, which drains this low spot, kind of going all the way up there, following the valley. And it was plugged right here, I am guessing. So basically called my contractor. They were able to come out this morning with a mini excavator and dig it up. Must have been a plug, so they got her fixed. And looking at it, it's not near as wet. Nice. A rip ball, or what? I don't know what the hell that is. Thank you, previous Ron. So knowing that, I actually had, this spot was completely underwater, as you guys, and right here was just all wet. The reason why is because I have a plug tile. I have a tile, for those who don't know what tile is subsurface piping that takes extra water from areas that lie low, or you could even put pattern tiles so it does your whole field. But in this field in particular, I have 3 tiles that take water from low-lying areas and moves it off the field. So I have one tile that goes up this waterway here, this future waterway. I have one tile that goes up this big waterway, and I have one tile that drains the low spot on that north part. Well, this one actually plugged up. If you guys remember 2 years ago in this video, I actually had the same thing happen in the same area. But I had a different plug, and I noticed that because right here is saturated with water, and right there was saturated with water. So, actually see if I can find it. This is what plugged it. This thing, when it was wet, 5-foot long chunk of root. I'm not sure why or how or anything like that, but that's what plugged it up. But either way, that called my contractor. They came in the next day, dug it up, found what was plugged, and then got her unplugged. So here's a tile outlet. It just drains into there, and I see water moving. So that's good. We still got tile moving, subsurface water out of here. So that means there's still water coming. There's still moisture in the soil profile, but who knows how much longer that'll last, because it's been 90 degrees and very windy these last couple days. It's really sucking out any moisture. But luckily my beans are going. They're off to the races. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do here, because I had to come in here and rip up the tile. I'm not sure we'll have much of a stand. So I might just come in here and, you know, right before a rainstorm, sprinkle out some beans just to get something growing in here so I don't have weeds and stuff. So it's just gonna be what it is. But like I said, beans will grow on just about anything. So the biggest thing I want to do is I just want to make sure something's going to grow here, instead of, because if nothing grows, something will always grow. Mother Nature makes sure of that. It'll be weeds. So you can kind of see just about anywhere that they drove, The beans weren't up when they came in here, but they were pretty close. They just compacted right where the beans were. So like I said, if you dig up right in through here, I guarantee you there's beans in there that died because they couldn't come up through the crust. So here's what it is. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna come grab a handful of beans and just spread them out around here around a rain, because a rain will actually cause them to germinate on top of the soil and start growing, just to have something. That was the issue on my farm, and you can kind of see right where the water was. It's where the beans are not. Right in through here, and then right in through here. So yeah, fun stuff. Hopefully I'll still have some beans growing, but again, we'll just have to see. Like I said, there's always something with farming, and this is just my own personal field. We have no, I wouldn't say 100, but we have well over 50 fields that we are always scouting, making sure our weed control looks good. I definitely should have had grass control or Roundup on the outside of this field, because I got some grasses coming in. It's okay, our second pass will take care of that. But yeah, making sure our weed control is good, making sure we don't have any issues like that, making sure our stand's looking good, etc., etc. There's always a lot to do even after planting is done. You can kind of see it's a very breezy day today. So because it's very breezy, I can't do any spraying. That's my job in the spring. I'm up here doing some crop scouting, and I'm actually going to go ahead and work on my dad's bale wrapper, because I gotta get that going. We're gonna be cutting hay hopefully next week, because hopefully we'll be actually just about done with planting here very soon. That's the goal. So anyway, let's go ahead and head to the farm, grab my bale wrapper. I'm gonna bring it over to my buddy's house. Him and I, he's a much better electronic troubleshooter than I am. He's honestly just a better mechanic than I am. Going over to his place, see if we can troubleshoot it and get some of the issues fixed. Now you can see all these beans that are up. Yeah, actually these were all planted 3 weeks apart. We got 15 acres back there, 45 acres, then a little 1 acre patch right here along the road. Kill. Kill, kill, kill. There's the cruises. Getting some work done. They're gonna start planting here soon. Nice. And there's Eberhard doing some planting as well. And Eberhard doing some spreading. Kind of surprised they're able to spread in this wind, but hey, if it works for them, it works. Here's that field in yesterday's video. Cardoit in the top right. That I went ahead and sprayed this, and there's actually quite a bit of weeds up there that need to get killed, and hopefully they are killed. They got Roundup on them and a heavy dose at that, so hopefully they are dead. This field here is planted beans. Should be coming up here very shortly, especially in that spot, because it's very dark soil. And we get a lot of corn in right now, a lot of corn. Corn into the right, corn into the left. We're getting down there. We only have we're less than 500 acres, I know. 80 acres up at Curtis's, 80 acres at Sturk's. Just call it, he's got, oh, I don't know, I think he's gonna do probably 150 today and maybe finish up that 30 tomorrow. And then he's got 100 at Cahill's, 10. I mean, here comes Eberhard's fertilizer bringing to that floater. So I think we're under 500 acres left today, as of today, and hopefully by this weekend we'll be down to like under 150 or so, because we're hopefully crossing our fingers going to get rain Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That is the hope, that is the goal. We need it. We need it bad. We're not dire, but we need rain. Like, it's getting to the point where if we start missing rain, we're going to start talking about drought worries, and we don't want drought worries. But honestly, farmers can complain about anything. At the end of the day, we'll be okay, but it would be nice, give us a lot more security. Okay, so the biggest thing I am kind of curious about is, will this thing fire back up? It's been sitting for a couple weeks. Let's find out. That's not great. Okay, I'm just gonna bring it over to my buddies. He's waiting on me, so we're just gonna go. Here's a little bit of a hole. Let's go and pull her out. Gotta get this sucker fixed. And a few other things. But hey, flashes are working. Cool. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Shut the gates. Guess I only checked one. Make sure both of them are working. Make sure tires look good, which they do. Blinker's going. Cool. Rolling. That field's yet to plant. This field will be planting beans here soon. But Nathan's hauling manure out. Actually, they're hauling dirt out too. I wonder where they put the dirt. Yeah, this is gonna get manure hauled on and chiseled here the next day or two and planted soybeans. Trying to get down to 100 acres of anything left to plant here by the end of the day, by the end of this rain spell. Neighbor out getting his corn in. You might be wondering what those big tanks are, both on the tractor and on the behind the planter. Those are actually fertilizer. Some guys put on liquid fertilizer in the furrow, so right next to the seed when they plant. I like the idea of it because it gives the nitrogen, or the fertilizer, specifically nitrogen and potassium, right next to the seed so they can use it day one. Well, probably day 3 once the roots start coming out. Whereas the stuff that we do, it's not right there, it's spread across the entire field as opposed to right next to the seed, and it's not as readily available as in the liquid format right next to it. So it's definitely beneficial, no doubt about it. It's just a lot of extra logistics to manage, because instead of having to manage seed, you also have to manage your liquid fertilizer as well. So you gotta figure out how to carry as much in the tank. Can you carry as much as in liquid as you can with seed? Does it match up? Does it not? It's a lot of extra logistics that come with it, but yeah, like I said, we ran liquid for a couple of years way back when, almost 20 years ago, but haven't done anything since. We're making progress. In my buddy's place right now, going to go grab some stuff, and we're making a lot of progress. I'll go through it here in a bit. Nathan got a bunch of manure hauled out. That yard looks hauled, and it is dusty. There's a lot of dust in the air. Definitely need a rain. Rolling. And Pat is planting away down at the Kunal farm. Oh guys, you're not gonna believe it, but she works. My buddy Josh, he's a mechanic. He's very good at electrical hydraulics. I am not. But she's working. I'll give you guys a tour when I get home. Well guys, I just realized that I forgot my camera yesterday. My bad. So I'll give you guys a tour of what we all did with the whatever it's called, with the bale wrapper. But before we do that, I need to get some stuff done. Ooh, got a guy out strip tilling. So you might be wondering, Ron, why the heck are you at Kunos? Well, my sprayer broke. I'll explain that in a little bit, but if you're curious, go check out last video to see actually what broke. But we're gonna go ahead and go get it picked up. They got her fixed. Excuse me. Yeah, got her fixed, so let's go ahead and go grab that sprayer and take it to the south farm. I really gotta clean my car. I do apologize. The windows are a little dirty. A couple nice grain carts in through there, a lot of hay tools. This is all their new equipment. Now we're getting to their used section. And then here along this far wall is the service section. And I spy my sprayer. Nice. Let's go ahead and go take a look. Take a look, fire it up, make sure everything's working. Oh, go check oil. A little breezy. Yeah, it's a strip tillage bar. Whoa. Why am I that low on hydraulic oil? Huh. I'm gonna have to fill some of that up. Yeah, I am very low on hydraulic oil. Oil's good though. Okay, let's fire it up, and geez, that's seen better days. Hopefully at least let me drive, since I'm that low on hydraulic oil. Well, that's what they fixed. I had a seal go bad on this pump, and honestly it almost looks like they fixed the whole pump. Put a brand new one in. That's kind of what it looks like. Huh, not sure. Let this thing warm up while I'm gonna go park my car outside of the lot here, because they do close the gates, and I want to make sure that I can get out of here. Sprayer should be warm by now. Like I said, I'm low on hydraulic oil and I'm not sure how much I have at the shop, so we'll just kind of have to see, I suppose. But Saturday, so I don't want to run out of hydraulic oil, that's for sure. So the sprayer should be warm by now. Go ahead and get going. I'm gonna leave my car outside of the lot just so I can get it here at some point. Then we'll hit the road. I'm gonna head over to the South Farm, ride back with Pat. Pat's down there doing chores. Nathan's gotta take off. He's got a wedding he's in here this afternoon, and Curtis is gonna be actually putting on anhydrous for a field that usually lays wet. He's gonna be putting on anhydrous, and I am going to probably actually do a little bit of chiseling here before I do some spraying. We'll just have to see. Let's go. Nice, a 380 Magnum AFS Connect CVT. That would be a fantastic tractor. I know like 340 Magnums are just getting underpowered for the new equipment that we got now, so I think the next Magnum we do get will be either a 410 or a 380. But that's a pipe dream because they are pretty pricey, that is for sure. So it might be a little while. Okay, let's go. Toolbox backlight. Oh, you were working? Lame. That's a pretty cool strip till bar there. Time to hit the road. About a half-hour drive back. These are some nice trucks. Triple trailers, triple hoppers, or triple tractors. 7 axles. Sheesh. Real nice. Peterbilts. Man, this is a big hay field. I thought it was like rye or something, but no, it's actually hay. They chopped it. You can tell that by the chopper box that's sitting there. Nice. Getting down here to the South Farm, so I got 190 acres to spray on this side, and about 80 acres left to spray on that side. Plenty to do. A little breezy today. Probably won't start spraying until in the afternoon. But I need to get spraying because we're supposed to get a bunch of rain Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I really hope we do. But before I do that, I got 375 acres to spray. So, let's get her going. Putting some fuel in. Pat's doing some feeding. He's feeding these cows right now. I'm putting some fuel in. Hungry, happy cows. I think Pat's got them both fed, so we are good to take off. I'm gonna go ahead and shut gates down. These guys hungry. All full. Go ahead and bring this thing over over Deere. And it says I know I'm full, but it says I'm not full. Weird. That'll work. Moving some anhydrous. Back up. There he goes. Pulling some tanks. Boy, you really dried out, didn't it? Okay, we got a lot going on. I got a lot to catch up on with it. Essentially, we are doing anhydrous. Yes, you heard me right, anhydrous. We have a really wet farm that we can never really get everything done. So Curtis is actually putting on anhydrous there right now. Nathan's in a wedding, so we got a wedding to conflict our schedule, but that's all right. Obviously can't plan around that stuff. So Pat and I are gonna do some bedding. get the cat switched around. We got to get that on the chisel. Budley's gonna come down to give Curtis a tank and kind of do some odds and ends running around, and then Pat's actually eventually gonna get planting. So we're gonna be doing some bedding. Got to bed some cattle after Nathan took all the manure out. What I mean by bedding is these are stock bales, corn stock bales that we baled up, and cows love them. Unwrapping. There we go. Now we just spread them out a little bit. Add another one. Doing bales this way is not the most efficient thing in the world, but it works. Nathan hauled out all the bed pack here, so all the manure got hauled out here before we got this field planted. And actually what he was hauling, I'm gonna work in with the chisel here later. There we go. Done bedding. Now I think it's time to go eat, and then by the time my dad will be here, I'm gonna hop in with him. He's gonna run me back down to my car, and then I'm going to come back here. He's gonna go bring a tank to Curtis, and not sure what. Then Dad and I think, are actually gonna mess with the wrapper a little bit. By that point, hopefully I'll be done chiseling. We're getting pretty close to being done. Pat brought the spreader home, so now I think we're gonna move the planter, unhook the soil finisher from the cat, and hook it on the chisel. And by that time we eat, Budley should be down here. So just got done with lunch. Now what we're gonna do is unhook the soil finisher, hook up the chisel. I'm gonna get chiseling for a little bit. Budley's just about down here, and Pat's actually gonna shred next to where I'm gonna chisel for a little bit, and then he's gonna get planting. And he's got a wedding to go to later this afternoon. So Pat's gonna pull up and get fuel. I'm gonna start this girl up and help him get fuel going, and I'm actually gonna need fuel as well. Oil's good. Okay, he's got fuel. Pull this thing back. Got her unhooked. We're actually gonna hook it back up this afternoon anyway. But we gotta get some chiseling done. We got 50 acres to chisel. I'll do that here early this afternoon. Good to go. Budley with his knee surgery. Gotta fill up. You ever get the after lunch sweats where you just know you eat too much and you feel like crap? That's me right now. So the Budley and I are just getting down to Kuhnau's here in DeWitt, pick up my car. We're gonna go hook up another anhydrous tank. I don't know when he stole it, so that's good. The biggest question is all my tools still in the back. I'd be very upset if I lost that. Ooh, they got a deer planted on trade. Yeah! It's that time of the afternoon, it's 1:30. So I'm just gonna recap you guys. Yesterday, my buddy Josh, really appreciate you. I don't know why I didn't film there. But either way, he is fantastic at troubleshooting electronics and hydraulic issues. And we spent about 7 hours yesterday, and I think we had everything bad from a limit switch. We had some connectors that were bad that we needed to get clean. The motor caught on fire. Yeah, the motor legit caught on fire. That would have made some really good content. Yeah, basically we weren't getting fuel. So long story short, we were trying to get the motor to go by cranking a little bit of coffee in the can in there, and it backfired and lit on fire. No big issue, it still works, so that's all that matters. So yeah, so we got quite a bit, and it should be working right now. Budley's down here, he's going to be helping us out for a little while, and eventually we're actually going to try that out and see if it'll work. Well guys, this video has taken a little bit too long. It's about 50 minutes long. I'm going to split it right in two. So I'm going to close this one out right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, take it easy, stay safe. You might be wondering why you in a hotel. It's because I've been down here in Jackson, Tennessee, enjoying some wheat harvest. See if we can get a little bit of footage in. We'll just have to see. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Take care, take it easy, stay safe, and ta-da for now.